Hello, my name is Quintella White. I started this podcast to motivate and encourage individuals diagnosed with various medical health challenges. With a personal diagnosis of multiple sclerosis, I aim to inspire individuals of all ages to reclaim their dreams and redefine their lives in spite of their disabilities. Welcome to Motivation Station, hosted by myself, Quintella White. Hey y'all, I'm back. Welcome to episode 16 Motivation Station. And yes, I'm still excited. I hope you all are feeling wonderful today. I hope you all are feeling great today. Happy Wednesday. Feel free to comment on the video. Don't forget to share, subscribe, and follow. And thanks in advance. Our topic for today is adapt, don't quit. This is a good one. Our topic for today is adapt, don't quit. So, with that being said, let's go. I want to speak today about this was something that was very difficult for me in the beginning. Very, very difficult. When I say we, I mean myself as well. When we individuals, like when you are diagnosed with a medical condition, it can change some things for you. For a little while, I like to say, for me personally, I like to say temporarily, just it can change. And you could have been, no matter how old you are, you literally could have, for me, for an example, personal experience, again, I remember I have a lot of those. I was 21 years old when I was diagnosed, and I have told you guys that before, but I'm saying it again. I was 21, and at 21 years old, I was loving my best life. I was having a good time at 21. Such a good time. So, up until being diagnosed with MS, there were several things that I did. Whatever way I was doing it, that's just, was my way, and that was what I was used to. So a lot of times when we get diagnosed, and again, I was 21, someone else was probably 15, someone could have been 31, 45, 55, 6, just whatever. Sometimes you have to adapt and get comfortable with doing something that you've done forever in a different way. And that could be hard. That could be very challenging. And for me, it definitely was. So that's why I want to speak today about making as adapting to a different way is not as hard as we make it seem. And when I say we, I'm speaking about myself. As long as you are getting it done, it doesn't matter the route you have to take to get there. So I want to speak to you all today about, I want you to just learn to adapt. Don't quit, just adapt and be grateful that you are still able to get it done, and it's just in a different way. That's it. So one of my examples are, and I have had several of them, but one for me was, I shared with you guys that when I was first, how I knew something was going on with me medically is my vision started to change. That was the first symptom that I started to deal with. So you guys would assume that reading, something that I did every single day of my life. You always have to read something. Reading. That's definitely a part of life. So now I'm diagnosed. Now my vision is different. And now I can't just pick up this piece of paper and and read it like I've always done from whatever age I started reading until 21 years old. Why? No. And I was very, very, very uncomfortable with that. And a regular paragraph, now I needed it to be in this extra large print, and that made me very uncomfortable. I didn't like it. So something that I had to learn was the only way to get comfortable with something, and again, I have several examples, but this is just the one that I'm going to go off. The only way to get comfortable with something is to be uncomfortable. If you're not, in order for you to get comfortable with it, you have to have a season of feeling uncomfortable, you know? And it's okay. It's okay. Remember, we're speaking positive, and you just have to continue to speak positive. It is not as bad as it could be a whole lot worse. So again, I'm holding this is an electric magnifier. So I'm allowed to, put this over whatever I want to see, and it enlarges it for me. Y'all know what a magnifier does, but this is just an electric one. So so this was so hard for me to adapt. It was so hard to get used to. I was so uncomfortable. I just didn't like it. I didn't like it at all. I just didn't think it was fair. Why do I need this now? Why do I have to use this? I didn't like it at all. And it was very uncomfortable for me. And the only way I was able to get to where I am today, because remember now, I told y'all I have had a lot of dark days. I've been in that dark room for a long, long periods of time. But the only way I was able to get comfortable with this is I had to go through a period of being uncomfortable, and it's okay. I refuse to. I'm not a quitter. I've never been a quitter, but I refuse to quit. Quitting is not an option. So adapt, don't quit. You just continue to speak positivity over yourself, positivity over your situation, your diagnosis, your healing, whatever. So whatever it is that you used to be, of course I was used to picking up a piece of paper and just looking at it and reading it. But at this season of my life, I was unable to do that. But once I thought about it, and now, looking back on it now, I'm so grateful that I literally could use this magnifier, turn it on, put it over where I needed to see, and I was still able to see it. I realized that that was a blessing in itself. And I realized that there are so many others out there that are dealing with worse situations. There are so many people out there that literally can't even use a magnifier and see. They can use this and still wouldn't be able to read what a paragraph says. Well, I can use this. It just makes it larger for me, and I'm able to see it. And I'm grateful for that. So even though it seems like what you are going through is just so dark, and it's just so you're just so uncomfortable and you don't like it or whatever it is, always remember, you think that your situation is so horrible and so awful. There's always someone else. There's always someone else that that is praying to do what you are doing. So you have to be grateful. So I want you all to, and again, this was just my example. So I am grateful that I'm grateful, but because I can still do this, and I just had to adapt, and I was very uncomfortable in the beginning. I hated it. I cried. complain, I didn't like it, I just didn't want to do it. It's just all of those emotions. But you have to set your mind that, wow, even though this is a different way, I'm still doing it. And I know that there's someone else or so many people out there that can't even do what I'm doing. So I'm grateful. So for me, I like to say, Lord, I'm grateful. God, I thank you. And I told you guys that I have built a closer relationship with God. Remember, faith over fear. And I'm grateful. So, I always remember to give God thanks. Like, God, I thank you. Like, even though I deal with this visual impairment because I'm diagnosed with MS, Lord, I thank you that I do have vision. I thank you that I'm able to use a magnifier and I'm still able to read or, see what I need to see, do what I need to do. So adapt, don't quit. And this was just my one of, we don't even have enough time to go through my list of all the changes I had to make and adapt to. We don't even have enough time for that. So there's several, and I may share more, as we go along. I may share more. So that's just one of them. So basically, it's uncomfortable where you are. It's uncomfortable that now you have to find a different way to do it. But guess what? It doesn't matter. Be grateful that you are doing it and you can do it. I'm telling y'all, in this world of being diagnosed with multiple sclerosis, I have met so many people. I also shared with y'all that I love to talk. I'm a social butterfly. I love talking to people. I love starting, conversational. That's always been me. And there are so many, so many. I don't even have enough fingers and toes to count the people that I have met that are diagnosed with MS, so just like me, that deal with a whole lot more. So I had to just start thinking about it like that. I just had to start thinking about it like that and just be grateful. So, and remember, quitters never win. If you a quitter, you're never gonna win if you're a quitter. So you just have to keep going, keep fighting, keep speaking that positivity over yourself. I can do this. I am not a quitter, and I will adapt because I'm not gonna quit. You add that I am going to adapt because I'm not gonna quit. And again, this was my example, and I have several. But you guys know whatever it is that you whatever you worry, whatever was something that you did away, and because you're diagnosed with this medical condition now, you have to do it a different way. And it may take longer, and I shared with you guys also with me. I hate it now that things take so long sometimes. I don't like it. I really don't. But I'm adapting and I'm accepting the fact that hey, it's taking longer, but the fact is I'm doing it. So I'm adapting and I won't quit. So every day you guys, I'm going to adapt because I'm not going to quit. Quitting is not an option. Yeah, and that's it. That's it. That's all. Will I tell you that it's gonna be perfect? Now, if you just no, it ain't. It's not gonna be perfect, and it never will. But adapt. Don't quit. Quitting is not an option. Something that I want you guys to always remember: adaptation is the bridge between failure and success. I find these quotes, y'all, and and I just meditate on these quotes sometimes. I meditate on them in meditation. I don't know if that's something else that I do, and we'll do an episode on that as well. But adaptation is the bridge between failure and success. So that's it. Adapt, don't quit. That's it, y'all. If you guys have any questions, oh, and hold on, and I also want to say thanks to those of you who have been sending me questions. Thanks to y'all who been sending me questions, and I've been answering. The questions that I have received were just like they wanted to just keep it, between me and them. Didn't want me to open it to the podcast. So of course that's what I'm going to do. So if you guys have any other questions for me, something I didn't share, a topic you would like me to discuss, if you want to know if I dealt with a certain situation, long as it's just not too personal, MS, I have no problem with answering questions for you guys. And thanks to those of you who have been, sending questions. I appreciate all the positive feedback. I thank you all. Thanks. So that's it, y'all. We're going to wrap up Motivation Station, episode 16. Remember, adapt, don't quit. Quitting is not an option. Quitting is not an option. So that's it. We're out. Smile. Don't forget to smile every day. Continue to recite those words of affirmation. And remember, we're staying positive. So that's it, y'all. I am out. Motivation Station, episode 16. And I still hope and pray that I am helping you all. And that's it. Don't forget to share. All right, y'all. I'm out. Peace. Bye.